again, we are going to make a vinegar tomato sauce for some halibut. And here's cutting the halibut. You see I slice it in long slices, then I'll turn it sideways like this, and then I slice it into little cubes that will marinate easily. Okay. Then we'll move that aside, then we'll take a tomato and we slice it. If you put a whole tomato in a blender jar, it won't blend so easily. So I put it into slices and then put it inside the jar. And it will blend easily this way. Then we'll put some melted butter. It doesn't have to be melted as long as you have something that will turn pretty liquid. And usually if this butter were not liquid to begin with, what I would have done is I would have put the butter in first and then the tomato last, because you want the liquid to get into the blades first. Now what I'm going to do is slice some cheese, just thinly like this, so it will blend easily. This will just give it a little thickness, so it won't be so runny, the sauce won't be so runny. You can see I just tear those. And again, normally if the butter were not liquid, I'd be putting the butter and the cheese in there and then the tomato on top. Then we'll take just a little, about a teaspoon of vinegar only. That's a teaspoon. Now this vinegar is very, very potent, so it doesn't take much. And it can, vinegar can demineralize your body if you have too much. So it's always a wise idea to eat a small amount in any particular day. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to slam this down so that everything gets down in the blender blades. Another thing you could do is add an egg to this, but we're going to add that to a mayonnaise recipe later. So here we turn it on. Now this we want to turn on a little higher. We won't start off on low speed. If we start off on low speed, the motor is going to work very hard and it will not blend well. So we're going to put it on low here but high here. We'll tilt it a little bit. Now what we will do is, now we have a sauce. We'll take the halibut and we're going to pour this into it in a bowl. And then we will marinate it. And then you can pull it out hour, 2 hours, 3 hours later and it's ready. It takes about a minimum of an hour for vinegar to marinate some fish. All right, here we have it. This is marinated now for about 2 hours. Okay, so we can take a plate like this and we can take a head of lettuce. Now, we're always told that head lettuce has no value. That is very untrue. It does not high in vitamin E and vitamin D like the other lettuces. However, it is the only food that we eat that has opiates in it. And the opiates feed the brain, help us with strength, help us get through metabolism, soreness of any kind. So my favorite lettuce is this lettuce. And there's not enough opiates in it to make you high and crazy or spaced out and tired, but just enough to feed the brain to give you good prostaglandin reactions in the brain. Then we can take this and we can spread this over. See all those little tomato flakes on top? All looks very nice. Now we can take any number of ingredients like onion. We can put a little onion on it if you like onion. We could take some herbs. Okay, we could add tarragon, which is very nice. We could add that to it. And you could either chop it. I don't like to chop so much. I like to just tear it, and spread it over the top. Smells so good. And when you tear it like that, it brings out the fragrance more. If you chop it for some reason, it doesn't have quite as much fragrance. I think it has to do with squeezing the oils, esters out a little bit as we do this. And there you have it. Isn't that a meal to enjoy? Now see, who says that raw meats can look wonderful? And I call all meats, any flesh food, meat, whether it's fish, poultry, or red meat. So there we have our halibut.